All right. And everything looks beautiful. There we go. We are live.
Oh, there we are.
There we are.
From the abyss.
From the abyss. I need you to stay right there. That's beautiful. All right. Let me say one more thing.
It is the same shirt.
It is the same shirt. The same one, huh?
Man, I'm a simple dude.
Hey,
I got the stuff I like. They stay nice. I treat them well. So
I try to wear the same hoodie almost every stream, or at least the same exact kind of thing, because almost like if you're like a character in a movie or a cartoon, you're always wearing the same thing. You're more noticeable, you know?
Yeah. Oh, it's like one of our friends' kids. See them all the time, and they're like, "Do you have any other type of clothes?" Because every time they see me, I'm in like my work clothes, and they look exactly the same. I'm like Homer Simpson. I just
like I said, like it's
a church outfit.
Character. It's like a cartoon character. All right. Welcome to Schrödinger's Cast, where everything is true and untrue until it is observed. How is everyone doing today? What is it?
Doing great. 22nd.
22nd. Well, 22nd of April.
Oh, sorry.
Is it? Yeah. A couple of things we're going to discuss tonight. The disappearance of the NASA UFO and gravity scientist. And of course, spinning the wheel. Thank you to everyone who's joining us through chat. If you have a video you'd like to send us, go ahead and send it on Welcome from Huntsville, Alabama.
Yes.
And then, this is good here.
Not in a very long time, Fox.
Okay, let's see. Fox Rider. Have either of you shit your pants today? Let's see. Have you done yours anytime soon?
Me?
Let's see.
Not since I was a kid. How about you, Fox?
Yeah. ADHD, everything. Fuck NASA, huh?
Well, okay. Van, bring them along.
Yeah, fuck NASA. All right. Let's see. Let's do this.
I'll tell you what, they're not. They're kind of bumming me out lately. So
we're getting told fuck NASA from a Minecraft YouTuber. I am sure it has been since you watched as a kid. What? I'm sure you have no way. And then that's this guy here. Let's see here. These guys like to come and interrupt streams. So I got Fox Rider here, 7 subscribers on YouTube. Let's check out some of your videos since you want to interrupt my stream with some bullshit. Let's watch some of your shit. Baseball cards. Cool, yeah. I guess. Yeah, maybe.
Hey, I had baseball cards.
And then I got this guy, Over Budget Studios, ADHD everything. I got some Minecraft. What's here? Protect Our Children. Check the other one? No, I'm not. I'm not going to check the other one. Just to Blow Your Mind. Crazy Life. Okay. We'll check y'all out. I'll be sure to subscribe to y'all's channels. Do the same for ours. Great.
Yeah.
Good for you guys. All right. So that's a disappearing scientist. We have the wheel, of course, to spin. Shout out to all of those guys on Facebook. You guys our last stream with Richard Haskins, that was kind of crazy to me to find out all of the rich history of his family in Texas. Like, I thought it was kind of crazy to know that he's related to people that were robbing banks with Bonnie and Clyde, and he's also related to the Parkers and has the Parker family that the Parker massacre, which is the anniversary of the San Jacinto, which is, I believe, in yesterday or today.
I forget, a couple days ago.
Let's see. A Tesla went down the road and caught fire. Phone and wallet was left. Joshua Blanc. Okay, so that's definitely probably one of them. We're gonna look into those today. That's gonna be probably one of the main topics. Is let me go ahead and just pull up what I had already.
Are they just disappearing people?
Is it the Johatsu? Let me pull it up over here. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
This.
I think we've seen. Oh, well, what do you got?
This is the most recent just news from it.
I don't know. Which one is he?
All right. So this was a day ago. Evidence discovered in New Mexico may have helped solve at least one of the disappearances. They solved one. That's interesting.
Who, the old man?
Let's see what this one says. This is from the New York Post. Hello, Alexa.
Hello.
May have helped. Employees of top secret government labs have suddenly appeared without a trace, leaving many to question. Okay, that's not the guy I was looking at earlier. Retired Air Force Major General William Neal Casland vanished in February carrying only a revolver. That's what is that?
Oh, if he's in Arizona, right? Is that where he was?
Possible, yeah. I'm gonna turn that off. Plane crash just happened. Also very sus. So there's one I saw as I got on that happened. It was I guess he unalived himself. So these are all pretty recent. The oldest one dates back to like 11 years ago. Is when the first, I think, Jet Propulsion Lab scientists went missing. And then let's see.
I don't know. I don't really see.
What up, Blaze?
I don't see much coming from that.
Lead calendar showed a meeting scheduled between him and
Podesta
in January. A shock move in November. Okay, that's one of them. The one I heard most recently was this one, which is this guy here. That's the guy. So it's gonna be this guy.
Yeah. That's the newest person I heard of. David Wilcock, I think.
That was our little quick global peace meditation.
Okay,
Read a couple of your comments here.
He is a paranormal writer, UFO researcher, 500,000 subscribers on YouTube. David Wilcock has died at the age of 53 in Boulder County, Colorado. Says he took his own life outside of a residence. With minutes of arrival, officials said the man was used the weapon on himself. As soon as within minutes of their arrival, officials said the man used the weapon on himself. Investigators say deputies searched the home and surrounding property and found no one else. Just one. So he was just outside of a random house and popped one. Okay, so the other one, renowned Chinese American physicist in Huntsville, Alabama. She was in 2021. And then the plane crash. I got to look that one up. Okay. Let's see how many different ones we can find. Let me see.
I mean, there's quite a few. That's the sad thing.
That's kind of, so the numbers are adding up. That makes it a little bit crazier. Let's see how many. What's the total number? Earth Day. Is it Earth Day? Hello, H2O Sandy. Is today Earth Day? Thank you for letting me know that. I did not know. How many? Ten to 11. Scientists and researchers with ties to U.S. nuclear, aerospace, or defense programs have either disappeared, died, or mysteriously gone in circumstances in the recent years. Several cases linked to Mexico, California. High-profile disappearances, including Air Force Major General William Casland. That's the one we're reading now.
Yeah.
NASA affiliate engineer Monica Reza. Is that the one from? She's from JPL. She's from JPL. Missing since June of 2025 near California, Mount Waterman. And then we have Anthony Chavez and Melissa Casillas missing in the mid-2025s. They're both Los Alamos. Let's see. Look up Joshua LeBlanc. 3 or 4 from there. Let's see. Josh LeBlanc. Let's see. Mysterious disappearance of NASA engineer. Okay, that's another one. Where's my DJ Khaled thing? Another one. 29 reported missing earlier this week after he failed to show up for work on Tuesday morning.
Susan Marshall
tracked his Tesla 3 using vehicle data. Authorities tracked his Tesla Model 3 using his vehicle data. That's interesting that they could do that. Car reportedly sat at the Huntsville International Airport for 4 hours Tuesday morning, just 12 minutes from his apartment before traveling west along the street. By 2 p.m., the vehicle was discovered in Alabama, crashed and destroyed. A body was found inside, according to family members. It was burned beyond recognition.
Interesting.
What? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, why don't they have the Sentry mode like data yet?
Hey, I'm glad you're feeling better, Blaze. Okay, so we have hello. What's up, YouTube? Earth Day. People who know him said he didn't take his wallet or his phone. That's kind of okay. So you have 10 to 11 missing either.
It's all the lizard people are leaving.
Dude, so they tracked his Tesla using vehicle data, found out that it's okay. I'm guessing.
Well, I mean, like exactly what they stated. Like, why don't they release the Sentry mode? I mean, it's got to be always recording almost.
I would imagine that it is. I'm guessing they found the vehicle crashed, used the vehicle data to find out it was at the international airport for 4 hours, just down the street from his apartment, and then it was crashed. And they probably used the vehicle after it had been crashed and that data to find out where it had been previously. The family's urging Tesla to release the Sentry mode videos, hoping it captured crucial footage. So far, however, progress is slow due to delays of the company and law enforcement agencies. I mean, what do you think about that? You feel like if you were in an accident or something happened to you and you were disappeared and Tesla has video footage from your car, are they going to release that to you or no?
Man, is it Elon?
That's what I'm saying. That's
sorry, Elon.
Okay, we have one there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 here. And the most recent one here. I mean, that's all within, then this happened today. So this guy was just outside of a house. I wonder what the last thing he posted on YouTube is. If he's a YouTuber with 500,000 subscribers. David Wilcock. Divine Cosmos Official. So this is his actual YouTube channel.
Was he on Ancient America?
See,
Ancient Aliens. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, no. Oh, man, interesting.
5 million YouTube videos with his name in the title. His far-reaching impact David has on the collective world today. The last video, he live streamed 3 days ago. And then let me pull this up too. This is the most recent one. The ones I told you about were not on the list on the 11. There are more. That's what I'm kind of gathering here.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
My dogs are going nuts. Check the security cameras. We're good. Probably a squirrel.
No joke.
All right, so this is he's live streamed 3 days ago, and then just offed himself outside of a house that he. Hey. All right, sorry. Let's see. Is it? I want to see his. I want to see it. This is a 3-hour live stream he just did.
Yeah.
Pathway to peace.
Creation of any future office holding a centralized
All right, I'll put this on.
authority over UFOs.
Give me a second. Let me.
No, you go ahead.
The one that told you about, Kate, was Hello Cypher. Earth Day. What's up, H2O Sandy on YouTube? Earth Day it is.
Yeah, it is. All right, let's see here. So, well, I don't think it'd be great to put everything under the Pentagon, but it's not like the Department of Defense is much different. Yeah, I got no clue on that one. All right, let's hit play, see where he's going with this.
Sorry about
He's just talking about stuff coming from the Department of Defense and being put underneath the Pentagon.
Dude, I would say this is very, very, very good. Nobody can pipeline it. Nobody can constrict it. Nobody can control the narrative and say, oh, it's a threat. Remember they also called it AATIP, the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program? Now it's not just going to be through one organization, the AARO. Now no centralized authority can exist. The duties will be spread throughout the entire Pentagon.
Well, so they're
in Tennessee, Republican would eliminate the Defense Department's all-domain and anomaly resolution office and redistribute its responsibilities across the Pentagon, while also prohibiting the creation of any future office that holds centralized authority over investigations into UAPs.
Yeah, so they're going to decentralize everything coming off of it, and hopefully we'll hear something quicker, I guess.
Authority can exist. The duties will be spread throughout the entire...
This is the last live stream he did. As 3 days ago, he had a live stream that did 167,000 views. This is his X account. And he has a website as well. And he lives in Boulder. That's where he was found. This is his last tweet. I slept miraculously well last night. Decided to go live today. Why in the world would POTUS post that Christ-like picture? Has he lost his mind? Going to be okay? Is he the anarchist?
Antichrist.
Anarchist?
Antichrist.
Antichrist. Excuse me. Does this affect the war and disclosure? Admittedly, I freaked out when I saw this and I wanted to know what the heck is going on. What the heck is up with the demon at the top of the image, as well as we discussed? Surviving a shot to the ear as he wounded on the side, and yet he did live like in the biblical sense.
No, thank you, Amanda.
Is this the bloodiest satanic video of Trump circulating today that actually is real? Grok says no, thankfully. Are we in a big psyop here? Are we going to make it? There's a lot of questions, man. Don't miss the controversy exciting show, and we'll be live at 4:30 a.m. It's an early morning live stream. We will dive deeply into disclosure, current events, and the true meaning of Christ within. Hello. Hey, what's up, Amanda?
Hey, I think you're muted, bud.
I am probably muted. My bad.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, that was his last post. And Amanda, welcome to YouTube. Moved over from X. So that's kind of crazy. That's his.
I mean, I think that's what I'm saying. Like, man, that's some stupid shit. Like,
I didn't see the full picture of this.
Scroll up. So they tried to play this off as it's like some pastor made this on AI and blah, blah, blah. And I thought it was supposed to be me being a doctor. It's like, bro, you got a red shawl or robe, whatever you want to call it, draped over you, like in most of
we might as well talk about the pics as we just brought it up.
It's not a good look. It's not good, man. It's pretty sacrilegious, but
can I get just
enhance.
Enhance. Okay.
It's not a good look. Like, what is that? What's that bullshit behind the jet under the eagle?
I'm guessing fireworks.
No, not that shit.
Oh, this?
Yes,
that's the AI slop.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is like, it's ridiculous.
This looks like
somebody,
like soldiers right here. I'm not going to dive too deep into what AI put in the background, but I mean, this is the picture that was posted.
Well, so I mean, if it is AI generated, it's going to take bullshit from all over the place. So maybe that's why.
Hey, Chris, thank you.
Weird, crazy thing.
UFOs. So yeah, Chris just joined in on Facebook. So we are talking about all the scientists that were this. So the scientists we're looking at right now.
Mic, but thanks.
Yeah, thank you for that. I had to mute it for the dogs.
I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But this guy right here was had just unalived himself. Was this today or yesterday?
I think there was. I don't know. I think it was today. I forget.
And this is the last live stream that he did, which is kind of crazy. We have how many missing scientists? I think 11 it's up to now.
Yeah.
So this guy basically left his house. His car went and sat at an airport for 4 hours, and then it was just crashed with a body, and it burned beyond belief, burned beyond recognition. That's what we have there. I haven't heard about this one. Yeah. And then we have total 10 missing scientists. 4 of them are from New Mexico. FBI is now investigating this. 10 people tied to sensitive U.S. research have died or disappeared in recent years, sparking a federal investigation. Vanity Fair says 11, very bold of them. 4 from New Mexico, 4 from LA.
All right, so
11.
I think that's Amanda, the same Amanda on the other X.
Yep.
So what is the Dr. Ning Lee? Look that one up. I hate to say the plane crash, but it's a plane crash. It was a small plane. I just hate to say it. The odds are way worse.
It's a physicist, Chinese-American physicist known for her research into anti-gravity. 1990s, Lee worked on Research Center for
43.
She's born in 43?
So no. She died in 2021. So that's an old case.
So of
And she was 78.
of the 11 people, some of them just one of them disappeared like 11 years old, like 11 years ago. I mean,
All right. Let's go down to the circumstances of her death if they have it up there.
Okay, she was the one on Rogan. She was the one Rogan always talked about. She said she cracked the anti-gravity code. I think Blaze says, I think some religious extremists are behind the scientific disappearance. Religion doesn't like to be questioned, and some take it too seriously. She was hit by a car.
Hit by a car? She was 78. Where was she at?
Let's see.
Where'd she die?
Let's see.
I mean, look at her Wikipedia. It didn't have anything about her death. Just go back to her Wikipedia, see if it had anything there.
I don't trust Wikipedia, bro. People put their own shit in.
I know. But at least you get something here a little bit.
Struck by a vehicle while crossing the street at University of Alabama, Huntsville campus.
Some drunk kid.
Suffered a heart attack. Her husband suffered a heart attack and died a year later. What the crap, bro? There's a lot of people coming up just disappeared or are offed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, she was an elderly lady, 78 or not, getting hurt. That's never good. I mean, who hit her? I mean, I like how they don't say any of that.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
So that's why I want to go back to this one. Cat hit by cat. I guess that cat is dead. Schrödinger's cat. Haha. Okay. Joshua was 22. They live in aerospace capital.
Well, she may have went back to China.
Okay.
Who knows?
Did not die immediately from being hit by a car, rather passed away
Yeah, 6 years later after
at
being
age
hit.
79, following years of declining health caused by the pedestrian accident in 2014. She was struck while crossing the street of the university. See, Wikipedia was just living that shit vague as hell. Like it wasn't even.
But they're in the shotgun area. Like
She was hit by a car in 2014. Didn't die until 2021.
they said that. They said that her son took care of him took care of her for. But they added in that she had Alzheimer's caused by the accident.
Let's see. People. She went missing for many years. People think China. Then she came back and got hit.
Yeah, no, I do remember it. But I mean, also the campus, like we live in a college town, like no offense, but people get hit there pretty often.
Y'all college people can't drive. That's just no offense. Half the time you're in a city that's not your own.
Oh yeah, I mean,
let's see. This isn't that kind of town. I mean, we have several college campuses where we're at, and I can promise you, every August you will catch at least 5 people going the wrong way down a one-way road because they're just not used to the area.
Well, that is true.
It happens every single year. It has been that way since the 20 years I've been here. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna put together a little list here. I'm gonna put together a little list here.
Okay, so who's the other guy? LeBlanc? Oh no, not that one.
So we have Dr. Ling.
That one was Moffat.
Lingley.
James Moffat.
Wilcox.
No, we already looked up. Well, we looked up LeBlanc and
This guy.
Ningley.
Who is this guy? Joshua LeBlanc.
Okay.
I want to look them all up individually and see what they've been doing and what they've been working on and who they are.
No offense, but where is New Iberia?
New Liberia? I have never heard of that.
No, Iberia.
I'm geographically
Well, I'm blanking on that one.
William McCasland, Monica Reza, Anthony Chavez. 4 from LA, 4 from Mexico, and then Alabama.
Are they getting rid of all the people that helped with the green screen? I mean, I don't know.
No, I get it. Okay. And the guy from today, David Wilcox, was he a scientist though, or was he just a
He was on Ancient Aliens.
best-selling author, Ancient Aliens History Channel? Okay, so he was just an author and like okay.
Oh no, I know about Huntsville. Huntsville had a big, massive rocket factory, and it's still where most of the rocket stuff's done by NASA. Like, no, I know what they do. Like, there was Chrysler for at one point in time made rocket stuff, and there was a scrap yard outside of Alabama or out of Huntsville that had one of their motors still sitting there from like the 50s or 60s, something like that.
Where's the other link I had here? All right, so this is from today. So do we have, okay, so this right here says House Oversight Chairman James Comer and Eric Burleson did a briefing from the FBI, Defense, Energy, and NASA departments after spotting patterns in cases clustered near labs like Los Alamos, JPL. There's Anthony Chavez right there, missing since May 2025. Melissa Casillas vanished in June 2025 with their phones wiped. NASA engineer Monica Jacinto? Reza, that's Reza, okay. Yeah. Disappeared while hiking. Watch involvement.
Oh, yeah, that's the new one.
This one right here. Amy Eskridge. I'll add her to the list. We'll go break them down. It's a big list of people.
We still need to look up James Moffat.
James Moffat?
Yeah.
She's from Huntsville too?
Yeah, he was.
And then found a gunshot to the head in Huntsville, Alabama. Dude, it's just the list is getting thick. This is a 1 or 2 or 3. That's, you can, chalk that up to coincidences, but
I mean, if you figure 2, maybe a year, depending on age.
well, I mean, 11 over a decade isn't that many. I mean, how many people work at JPL?
Well, which one's the oldest?
First one?
Yeah.
We have to look them up and find out. Let me see. Let's get some help here.
Oh, we're asking Grok. Grok is helping us out.
Let's see if he puts it in the right order.
Oh, we didn't even give him all the names.
I didn't give him all the names. Let's see if there's any missing. Search companion.
They just did the people on the list. We have a 22, we have a 21, 25. Scroll down. It's too big. All right. And we had Wilcox. So that's all the confirmed deaths. It's when the other people go missing.
James
We
Moffat.
have a 17. That Moffat was 79. Once again, no offense, but another older person.
Age 60, age 70. I mean, age 60 while hiking could have easily been an accident. I'm just being open-minded here. Age 79. Okay, refers to the individual not confirmed dates.
He was the one in the plane, though, right?
Let's see who else.
Anthony
Chavez was 78. William McCasland was 69.
I mean, I ain't saying nothing. I got a elderly family, and they're very spry for their age, so.
She's from Huntsville, so is Amy. No confirmed public death record.
Well, so who is? Oh no, the other guy was the plane. And now, where was he at?
Huntsville, Alabama. Or he's from Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah, well, was he still living in Huntsville?
Let's see. Was killed in a small plane in South Carolina on April 18th, along with his wife and 2 sons. Crash is investigated by the
that's what I heard.
NTSB and FFA. So like a private plane.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was about to say.
Plane
I hate to say it, but if it's a private plane or, a small plane, that happens, unfortunately. But I used to fly with somebody regularly that was in his 80s, and he would fall asleep.
While flying?
Yeah,
While
I mean,
flying?
like I was taking lessons at the time, and I just happened to work somewhere where I was able to fly with one of the owners, or the owner, and so yeah, it was we'd go fly, heading up to one of the other places, and he'd straight up fall asleep, like 15 minutes into the air.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I was his autopilot.
That would be absolutely
that would be
terrifying to me if someone was flying a plane and they just dozed off.
No. I would be flying the plane because he knew I was taking lessons, and so he would let me
just take a nap while you were.
Oh yeah, straight up. He'd I want to fly over here for a minute and look at some stuff.
I couldn't do
and
that.
He'd fly, and he's like, as soon as he got done looking at the stuff he wanted to look at, he's like, all right, we'll take us on up there and just give me, wake me up. Or sometimes it wouldn't be that. He'd just doze off.
Monica's story is the most fascinating. She had 2 other friends with her, and professional search and rescue searched for 45 minutes.
In 45 minutes?
Okay, so here's a list of the names.
Which one is Monica? I missed that one now.
That was the Reza.
Reza? She was like 60, right?
Okay, missing or no confirmed death. Monica Jacinto Reza, aerospace engineer and materials processor for
Ooh,
JPL.
Rocketdyne. That's old.
Patented super alloys for rockets, last seen June 2025. Disappeared while hiking in the Angeles forest.
Angeles.
Waved to companion and vanished.
Oh, yeah. She's the one that was walking behind her friends and then just disappeared. But that's just it. It's like
They're hiking and she fell into a ravine. Like you're not like
no. But they do like so. We had family that lived in a place in Arizona, and people would hike up this mountain continuously. And finally, the county or city, I don't know what they do out in Arizona necessarily, told people like if we have to rescue you off the side of the mountain with a helicopter, you are going to be charged. Like it is no longer going to be like a free service or something that you can get out of. Like we got to stop this because
for being searched for.
No. I mean, just people would get stuck and then get to a spot where they, either, because in that area, like it wasn't necessarily like the most secure. So sometimes they'd hit something that's a little rocky or, less than rocky, slippery rocks.
Oh yeah.
And so, or they would, get lost, and so they would go look for them. But usually it was people just getting stuck on the side of the mountain and not being able to get out.
I mean, hiking, I could see there being an accident. Plane crashes, I could see there being an accident. So here's a list of all the names. We have Dr. Ning Lee, physicist, anti-gravity superconductivity research, Huntsville, Alabama. A lot of Huntsville, Alabama. Emily Eskridge, anti-gravity, quantum gravity, metamaterials, co-founder Institute of Exotic Science in Huntsville, Alabama. She died 2022. This is 2021. Michael Hicks, excuse me.
Mandali.
Yeah, I probably would get flagged for that, Blaze. Michael Hicks, age 59. I mean, all these people are above 55. Most, I mean, except for the NASA guy or the Tesla guy, I think. NASA JPL. This is in 2023. Frank Maywald, JPL, 2024, July 4th, age 61. No autopsy mentioned. Nuno Lurino, MIT professor in fusion and plasma physics, shot and killed by a former classmate. I remember that one. I remember seeing that one in the news. Carl Grillmar, astrophysicist at the WISE telescopes and exoplanets. February 2026, shot on his porch, sits erected and charged, carjacking or burglary. Jason Thomas, that's my cousin's name, chemical biology team leader, NASA League microgravity research. Body recovered in 2026 in March. Found in a lake, reported as related in family statements. Joshua LeBlanc, 2025. Tesla vehicle crash. David Wilcox, self-inflicted gunshot wound. Melissa Reza, Anthony Chavez, Melissa Casillas, Stephen Garcia, William Neal McCaslin. These are all missing.
This one said in the middle of two friends.
He left with a revolver. This one that they just found him. Planned not to be found. He left with just a revolver.
They found him?
Yeah, that was the one I just read right when we started.
Oh, okay.
I
mean, but that's just it. Why not take your ID with you?
Well, I mean, if you're planning not to be found.
Well, not to be like too morbid, but have you heard about the people getting killed and trying to suicide themselves for insurance and using balloons tied to the gun?
Balloons?
Yes.
That's kind of low-key genius, actually. I'm sorry to say that it is. That is kind of low-key genius. Look up the metal. I'm gonna look up the metal they're working on. I'm trying to get
Malaudi. What was it? Or Amanda had it up there a little bit.
Was it this one?
There you go, right there. I would think take off the ALO.
What is it?
Take off the ALO.
They didn't do it?
No. You deleted the wrong part.
How's it spelled? Oh, DOLOLY?
Yeah, OY. Yeah. No, it's just T6 aluminum.
Aerospace grade aluminum alloy. Designed for enhanced vehicles.
No, that can't be it. That can't be it.
Who was the one working on the metal? Who was that one?
No, this can't be it. I mean,
where is this list at?
Maybe is it misspelled?
Patented super alloy for rockets. So
okay, there
let's do this.
Alloy. Yeah, now put that.
A Tiger in New York. I'll look into that. I want to know specifically about the alloy.
All right. She said MANDA Mandalloy alloy.
Mandalorian alloy. Nickel-based super alloy used in advanced U.S. rocket propulsion is added
Mondalloy. So
added urgency to her disappearance. Let's see.
I mean, nickels. I mean, that's not surprising though. Most of our nickel comes from an asteroid anyway. So,
I mean, it just says. It was used in rocket engines, powering launches of military satellites, military warning systems, and other classified payloads by replacing reliance on Russian-made RD-180 engines. It played a strategic role in the U.S. defense independence. The disappearance of its only surviving co-inventor raises concerns about potential knowledge transfer risk and the security intellectual property tied to the defense technology. So she was a co-inventor of something that is top secret, whatever, I
mean, but when was that done?
Her patent was 2010. Described as a burn-resistant, high-strength alloy for critical rocket engine components. She vanished during a routine hike, with the last witness seeing her moments before she disappeared, leaving no physical trace despite carrying supplies.
No problem, Amanda.
Oh, you're good. Yes, we all are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. So she had ties to... what's crazy is most of them had ties to either something to do with the JPL anti-gravity or...
Well, I just don't know what the exact importance of the nickel per se is going to be. Like nickel is everywhere. Like I think like one of the biggest nickel mines I think is in Canada.
Let's see this one.
It could mean answers soon. This is the hiking area deep in the Angeles National Forest where rocket scientist Monica Reza mysteriously went missing last summer. The 60-year-old experienced hiker was with two friends that Sunday on the Mount Waterman Trail. According to one friend, Reza was about 30 feet back, smiling and waving at one point, and when they turned around again, she was gone. And despite multiple extensive searches by hikers and authorities, there's been no trace of her. Reza created and patented a nickel-based alloy called Mondalloy, which has helped the U.S.
eliminate that cloak thing from Harry Potter.
The
like,
cloak of invisibility. The cloak of invisibility.
Right.
I mean, I gotta say, hiking at 60, just for cat in the box, out of the box ideas. If you're hiking in your 60s. They said experienced hiker. They said she's probably been there before. None of that doesn't mean you can't slip and fall into a place, knock yourself out, or unalive yourself, and be in a place where no one can see or find you immediately, even with a helicopter. You could have fallen into
go back to where I mean, did they find her body?
So we're getting to the man. I want to form an opinion. I just need as much information as possible before I start just just pulling out hypotheticals. And I need a lot. The crazy part is it's a bunch of different people over a timeline. The one thing I'm finding is a lot of them are in their 50s and 60s and 70s. That's a lot of older age people that have a tie to one thing, which is interesting. They all have a tie to certain things that they've worked on. They all have ties to NASA, to government projects, things like that. That's it. That's an interesting piece of information. But they're all older. Plane crashes, car accidents, and hiking accidents happen all the time. It's all happened. It didn't all just happen this year. It all happened within the last
it's like
5 to 7 years.
Yeah.
K9 would have picked up on it.
Okay, so for one, Amanda, we just ask questions. We look at stuff and we think it's fun, funny in the it's out of the ordinary sense, or we don't think stuff's adding up, and then question it and then see what other people want to talk about, and if we want to. No, I agree exactly. I have family that's old, and they work. And I mean, old, in their late 70s, and they work. And so, I agree with you completely. I ain't saying that they're inept, but I also know I've seen people that age take a fall, literally, that have been, healthy people, and then shit goes downhill in a hurry. So,
I mean,
yeah, it's very true, Blaze. But but that's assuming she lives there. I mean, she there's mountain lions in California, not a lot, but there are some. Sure. If she lived there, I'm sure she'd be used to the altitude if you're climbing up. But I mean, how much is it going to be in the Angeles?
I mean,
say at if it's 2,000 feet and you're hiking that, it's a lot. Depending on what your stretch is out.
Too many hypothetical factors. You could have eaten a gummy or had a drink before you went up. It's you're 60. You could have slipped, or the other which we could go, which is she was teleported off planet.
Maybe
possibilities. What's the probability?
Foreign sources.
I did see a video. I think I was going to pull it up tonight. I saw a video of Moist Critical the other night watching a bunch of unexplained disappearances of people basically teleporting or vanishing into thin air. And I thought it was kind of silly because some of them just seemed like bad camera angles or something going somebody walking behind something or a bus. But some of them that he got further into were like, okay, well, I don't know, man. To catch somebody teleporting off, on a camera, dog sniffing and convenient search as a rescue person can't find her. That's definitely something to take into consideration.
Among the first to report that Reza worked closely with Air Force General William Neal McCaslin, who also mysteriously disappeared 2 months ago. Authorities believe he went on a hike behind his New Mexico home, but his wife said it was unlike him
Scientists
not to tell
always
where
like
he
the
was
desert.
going
It's funny,
or to
right?
leave without his phone and keys. McCaslin had managed.
So he left. His wife said it was uncharacteristic of him to leave like that and go hiking, which he didn't do often. He didn't take his phone or his keys, and he took a revolver.
Classified information on UFOs and UAPs. The House Oversight Committee has just sent letters to various federal agencies raising questions.
How long ago did they say they were going to did the recent Trump release? He said he was going to release more UFO documentation.
I think that was his first year in this.
No, there's one recent though, a couple days ago.
Oh, I don't know.
A warning that ties to something that either for or against this conversation or topic of maybe they had involvement in something that was nefarious. I mean, all of them being working.
So the real question is, all right, so if it is say they're all not getting beamed up because the aliens found them and it's you can't tell the rest of the secret or, you know too much. So say they've not been beamed off planet, then who would take them? Because there's a lot of them that leave.
I don't those 3-letter agencies.
but they all can. Well, so most of them. Well, a few of them, I should say. I'm sorry. Leave without their ID, and one with a gun. You know,
leaving without your.
But if he's in New Mexico like that, I could maybe understand. You know, you don't want to.
Leaving without your phone or ID makes me think of.
You're trying to get away.
What's that movie with Gene Hackman and Will Smith?
Oh, Gene Hackman
Something
and Will Smith?
State of Play?
No. Oh, dear Lord. What is it? I'm trying, for some reason, Manchurian Project is coming up in my brain.
It's Enemy of the State.
Enemy of the State.
So,
okay.
you know, if you feel like you are trying to go off grid and get disappeared, you're not going to want to take anything with you that can track your location for sure.
Oh, man.
But they can track your Tesla, apparently.
Yeah, but...
So...
All right, what's your theory, Amanda? I just don't know. I mean, the main question is who would be taking them if somebody's killing them or, you know,
look at this
them.
list right here. 11 scientists. And again, the thing to keep in mind is the timeline. It's not like it all happened this year. It's over a 5-year period.
Yeah.
Which is...
Maybe he's a slow worker. He's like, I got a contract, bro. I'm milking this.
John Wick is getting old, man.
He's like, yeah, I'm gonna write off these incidentals.
So you have disappeared. Steven Garcia disappeared. You have that guy disappeared. That the one we we're just talking about, Monica, disappeared. Melissa Casillas disappeared. Anthony Chavez disappeared. Frank Maywald dead. That guy dead, and dead. So you have 6 that are dead and 6 that are disappeared, 5 that are dead.
6 dead, 5 disappeared. Okay. So, all right. So Amanda thinks anti-gravity. Okay. So Amanda, all right. That's kind of what I was leaning into.
Let's lean into it.
My question is going to be so what if that has happened? Because government's not really going to care. To a point, other than we would lose massive tax revenue and control because of the petrol, industry. But I mean, petroleum is used for a lot of other stuff. I'm sure we'd still want our plastic bullshit, even though we could go into space, because obviously we don't have like a replicator yet. So it's like that's kind of a moot point. But who's going to try to get rid of them? Is it going to be a state, like a government, or is it going to be
like what she's saying here.
Corporation?
I like what she's saying here. So let's entertain the idea, which I don't like to do too much of hypotheticals, but entertain the idea that, we have been working on recovered spacecraft, which multiple people have at least tried to whistleblow. We have reverse engineered spacecraft. We have alien technology, and we're having an uptick at least in declassifying UFO technology, or at least documents, history of what's happened, and the people involved it's being cleaned up.
It's like, I think
if the people that are involved, I'd be interested to see any of these people's ties, which I'm going to look up now, to certain projects. Werner von Braun said, our government, when they get the technology to plan the fake an invasion for more control. I agree with that. Werner von Braun, how do I know that name?
Because he's a Nazi NASA scientist.
That's what it is.
Like the head Nazi
do you know who
scientist.
He is? Yeah, the name sounded familiar. Thank you for the history lesson. I do remember. That's right. That's a good one.
Okay,
I'd be interested to see.
But the other question is what did we, and we've brought this up before, what has just been recently changed? And why is all this coming out now? The Smith-Mundt Act. Like, we can use propaganda legally now in our country.
We talked about the Smith-Mundt Act a few weeks ago.
The government can use propaganda against us now legally and not be in any trouble. So who's to say, I mean, like, you find some 70-year-old scientist like, well, we have figured out how to give you stem cells and you're going to live an extra 20 years and go back to 60, or if it's even that. They'd be like, we're going to give you enough money, your kids will never have to worry about bullshit. Or if they're weirdo scientists and they have no kids, they're like, you're going to be fine till the day you die, but you're going to leave this country,
Yeah.
I'm sure some of them would be yes.
Okay, so as far as them, no single project unites every one of them together. Who is it? The Dr. Ning Li and the Amy Eskridge both worked on closest pair to anti-gravity research in Huntsville. Los Alamos nuclear side, Chavez Casilla is already separated. So there's not one single project they all worked on together. That'd be like a smoking gun, of like, oh, they all had this one thing in common. Not that we would know about now anyway.
Well, I mean, but how do you control information? You segregate it all out.
Yeah, even if they had like 11 scientists working on one project, they probably wouldn't even know they're all working on the same project together.
No, yeah, you separate
it's
everybody
in the same
out.
field. It actually is in the same field, yeah.
About a possible sinister connection between the disappearances of not only McCaslin and Reza, but nearly a dozen scientists who've either died or vanished over the past few years. Most have links to sensitive military, nuclear, and aerospace research. In the case of Reza, trails in the area where she vanished are deep in the Angeles National Forest, but they're well marked.
She hid behind a bush.
Very experienced hikers say much of the Pacific Crest is known for being treacherous. Reza's missing flyers are now posted at various points.
Yesterday caused our attention because we saw the sign, help us to find Monica, because we're hikers, it touches us even more, knowing the risks, but unfortunately it happens, And sometimes
they looked for her for 3 months.
That people were,
the Oversight Committee notes in
she
their
could have
letter
fell.
to Secretary of War Pete Hegseth just a week ago.
I don't see any recent video, or they didn't obviously do a quick flyover tour we have as we get now,
or captured by enemies. I would say, okay, two things that would peak in my mind about. Let's just take her at face value. The hiking trails were known to be treacherous. Even if she fell and got hurt or did anything, 3 months, no body.
Okay, so this is if that was the trail she was on, a 60-year-old person, I don't see having any trouble with that.
Not at all. No,
not at all. Like I don't see.
If this news reporter was actually walking the exact area where she disappeared, or they were just at the base of the mountain starting the trail.
Unless we see some sort of forensic.
I don't foresee.
Canine dogs. Canines are an interesting thing, though. I mean, it's in the desert. That's for one. Two.
If you watched Mark Rober trying to fool a canine, it was scientifically impossible for him to do it almost.
You can. It is very tough.
But not if you're planning for it, it might be easy. If you're not planning for it.
What are you trying to trick? Like a drug chemical sniffing dog or a bloodhound?
Like a scent dog, like a dog that they give you.
A scent dog, all you got to do is get in water long enough and go, luck out and go the right way.
In the desert.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
I don't see any water. I don't see any water in the desert.
That's what I was about to say. But that's just it. Man, she could have fell, and I just don't understand. It's very weird with the friends. There's not enough story here.
That's a good idea. Let's see. What was the name of the trail she was on? So
you'd have to look up forensic evidence for her, or forensic location. Maybe they would have it.
Let's look up the trail. Let's get an idea of where she would disappear at.
But either way, I don't see anything where that's falling off like it is into the Grand Canyon. Like those are sloping hills.
Ask the department about the.
No. I definitely don't believe. I don't believe in coincidences.
Growing mystery.
No, I do believe in coincidences.
I do believe in coincidences, but
which one is it? I don't believe in the coincidence. Would be I believe in coincidences. There was a ravine. They say something like if she fell or something or got hurt or something.
Did the ravine have water in it?
No.
All right, Amanda, you're going to be our grok-ish for a minute.
Yep.
Of any current or.
All right, so who is this? What's her name again?
Well, then that's very tough to say. She ran uphill. Then that would be my guess. She's like, these suckers are going to look downhill in the ravine. I'm going to be going uphill, and she's like, I ain't paying taxes no more.
Let me find. I want to find.
She's the metal chick. I know she's the metal chick. So I'm saying, I know she's 60.
What is the? Okay,
You know,
Angeles
she was
National
4'11". She could be very spry, like a little ground squirrel.
Okay, so this is the area we're talking about.
Well, man, that's the mountains. Like, where was she hiking out of?
I mean, I'm assuming these are the trails.
Go to map or go to the big. Yes, it's just outside Los Angeles. So was she in Pasadena though, and up in the mountains there? No, dude, not that far. Back up a little bit. Scroll out. Unenhance. There, okay. So like if she was down by Pasadena or Acadia or Burbank, and
Well, that's what I'm trying to find. I'm trying to find out the exact area of the trail she's on and look them up on them on. Yeah, right. So that's the one topic I want on the wheel is the Johatsu, the people that get disappeared for wanting to get just disappeared. The relocation program, the buy your own witness protection program to get out of paying bills. Okay, so like where exactly? I want to know the exact part she was at. Is what I'm trying to find out.
Well, I mean, but that's just the thing is like they could very much know something and be like, listen, we made a breakthrough and you're now, we know, retired at the retirement age. We need you to come back, but this is like super secret. So you're going to disappear or, we found a homeless person that looks a lot like you that died. You're going to die. Your wife's going to move away in 8 months and she's going to come live with you.
It is still too many. 11 is crazy. I'm trying to focus on at least one or two out of that's still too many. I hadn't thought of that. Okay. Yeah, but, hiking the Mountain Waterman Trail. That's what I was looking for. Okay. Then I would just go here. Mount Waterman Trail Loop. And of course, they have to have a website and show you what their trails look like. It's 2026. So here,
it's a 3 to 3.5 hour, 1,300 elevation gain and almost 6 miles.
6 mile walk.
That's not a big hike.
Okay. Let's see. I think there's no water, and I think they could find somebody in this area.
Okay,
this is not what I was thinking.
If you go to play, go back and hit play.
I'm finding a video. They want you to sign in to watch their videos.
Not really.
You hike like crazy? That's good. It's good. A local hike, local trail there.
Yeah, I know. But like you said, the 1,600 feet behind, right?
Okay. Well, it is called the Waterman Hot Trail. So maybe there is water. Well, I don't want to see it in snow. I want to see it. I just want to get an idea of what the terrain is like.
Yeah,
having two people.
Blaze, I would almost put it to scavengers to a point because you're in the
past the park here.
I've
included some information about adventure
forest area. You're gonna have scavengers. You're gonna have the occasional mountain lion, things like that. Like
after
it wouldn't take long for something
walk
to
a bit
eat.
further for a few minutes. When you see the Buckhorn area sign, cross the road. The trail starts across the street from here.
1,600 feet
there are
behind.
restrooms at the end of this.
That's just it. They weren't. Would they all have their AirPods in and didn't hear her scream?
I would say on a dangerous enough trail, like if I was hiking with my kids, I wouldn't let them more than 3 feet from me if there was a chance they could fall to their death.
Kids go in front of you.
And, you 30 feet behind, 1,600 feet behind, they weren't keeping like an arm's length of each other. So it's
Well,
at least plausible that someone could slip off into an area you can't see them and hit their head on a rock.
Have you seen the lady that slides off the cliff? She's like hiking with her daughter who happens to have one arm. And the guy is hiking behind him, and the mom slides off of a trail, and the daughter that only has one arm is like, "Can you come help? I literally can't pull her up." And the dude comes and helps pull her up. I think that happened in California. Oh, let's bring that one up. That's a oldie but a goldie.
Which one's that?
Man saves one arm lady's mother.
I hunt also. Of course, you're from Alabama. Of course, just kidding. I have family in Alabama. I do. I haven't been there. They would.
Well, yeah, I would think if she fell down like into a ravine, then yeah, there should be some sort of blunt force indications.
I'm thinking something like the other factor I would say into this is this is
If this is the trail, I don't see anything. I would go to California wants you. Well, of course, they want you to like log in and sign in and become one of their things to view anything that's public.
That's not what I asked.
On. Yeah, exactly, Blaze. I mean, there's going to be scavengers. If she did fall and they just didn't ever find her body or got wedged somewhere and they didn't see it, you know, you're going to have...
They don't have a specific cumulative number.
They don't have any.
They don't have a number of people who've gone missing on that trail. If I saw something like 150 people in the last 10 years have gone missing on this trail, that's a little bit more than zero.
Go back to Waterman Trail and just go to images. Or maybe they got a map.
Let's go to Google Earth.
Yeah. Well, if we had Onyx, if you want to sponsor us, I'd take that.
If you can hear 1,600 feet your hiking partner yelling at you to go search, then you go down and search and rescue off-duty helicopters on before an hour and dogs the same day. That is definitely a question.
Quick.
It's hard to be answered.
An hour's quick.
Um,
And so I'm telling you, she walked uphill. Of course, they'll have it. Do they have a trail thing you can look at?
Let's see.
Oh, they got trail there. Just scroll in a little bit more.
Okay.
There you go. Go to the elevation change. Do they have a topographical map?
Let's see. Where's it at? Layers. I haven't used Google. There it is. Okay. Map.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty big walk around. I'm assuming they're 6 miles. They're talking about the outer ring.
The only water is down here by the end. That's a highway. That's not even water.
Oh, that's ski lifts. Bro, that's a ski lift.
Well, this is the Waterman hiking trail right here.
Yeah. All right. Go back to your.
And then you have this is the. Okay.
Well, that's where he said Buckhorn. We'll go to the trailhead. Click on that little drop.
It's here?
No, the red one over to the left. Yeah, that one. No, it ain't giving you shit.
No. So you have a highway for scale here.
Go over to 3D and click and see if it has topographical. Oh, no. No, go back to satellite.
Can I just go on the trail? I can look at it from the highway. I can't look on the trail. Okay. That'd be cool. Why hasn't the Google cars not gone down the trail?
Go back to satellite. I mean, that's not... granted, it's snowy there, but that's not the worst.
No.
You know, as far as hiking area.
And
especially California. I mean, they won't sell you French fries without telling you they can cause cancer. So I'm sure they have pretty good trails.
I mean, okay, so here's the trailhead. I mean, if you're on the trail,
I mean, but that's not
it-
it's not like a ravine, like you're falling off in the Grand Canyon.
I was looking for like ravines, caves, underground systems, something that there's an opening where it drops down where
you're out of the
I
area
fall through
now.
a hole.
Go back the other way. You're way out of the camp area or the hiking area.
This is the highway right there I'm looking at?
Yeah.
Okay, there's the trail right there.
No, you're still further to the left. You need to go to yeah. All right.
Okay.
Nope, other side of the mountain.
Other side of the mountain.
No. This way, down. There you go. So that Mount Akawi and all that is what goes to the watermelon. Or waterman, whatever it is. Watermelon.
I mean, yeah. Okay. I'll say, God, that's rough. 60 hiking, 2 friends with you, 1 within 30 feet. Can't find the body even with dogs and helicopters.
I'm telling you, she went uphill.
What do you mean she went uphill?
She was like, I'm out. Deuces. And she went uphill.
She just left and didn't say.
She screamed and then went uphill and they looked downhill and then she was gone by the time everybody got there.
So you think that they just gave her an inconsistent
I mean,
search
if they went, who knows?
So her friend was in front of her.
Yeah, but 30 feet.
30 feet, line of sight. I mean...
Yeah, but how often is
just
she looking back? How often is she looking back? If the person behind is 1,600 feet, then you don't have to pay off 2 people. You pay the person off that's in the back and be like, hey, get way, way, way behind me. Go back to the highway.
I'm trying to get a change my angle here. What are you doing? Why am I looking at the sky?
You done effed it. It's thinking too much.
How to reset?
2D.
This area... It didn't like my keyboard shortcuts.
Scroll out.
That's steep.
I'm about to say, I'm surprised they don't have a topographical map. Especially in that area. Well, we're not even on the same peak anymore. You're in a different area. But
I'm just looking at the area. All right, Doc. Let's do.
Well, but okay, Amanda. All right, so Amanda, wait. I want to hear her idea, or I got to get up real quick. What do you think happened if she disappeared in between 2 of her friends? Did she escape on her own, or is just everybody in California?
They know how to do search and rescue.
Stupid. I mean, all right, I'll be right back.
Good. That's why she's the weirdest one. Yeah, I mean, it is. I gotta be honest. It's kind of like there's a way it could make sense, but there's just not enough information. Like, it's almost like all the stuff I'm reading in news reports are wanting you to think it's supernatural when it could, and instead of playing into the other reasons. The dog's lost on her trail. That was what was her name? Monica Reyes. Which one was it? Hold on. Let's look into that real quick. I believe that too. Hiking with 2 experienced companions. Okay, I already read that article. That's very true. That's very true. I like your thought process on that. Here we go. Oh, not that one. What's this one? It's a Reddit video. Someone's already deep diving into it on Reddit.
Who's that?
It is on Reddit. Doing much better than I did zooming in. They must know the area more than I do.
We were off anyways.
In 600 feet, your destination will be on the right.
They all definitely have the connections to that.
But why are they gone?
You probably guarantee have mountain lions, cougars, bears.
Oh yeah, no, I can guarantee you. So they're at 16,000
it's
feet.
springtime?
Or 6,000 feet, I'm sorry.
26.
Oh, and it's springtime?
I'm at the 6,000 foot trailhead in the Angeles National Forest. The three hiking friends, hiker A, which is the man, Monica, and
Oh, the man
C,
couldn't find them?
other woman who decided to stay
Yep.
at the bottom of the steep section. In the days following her disappearance, of course, there was a massive overlook.
I think he goes to the exact area.
And what is a natural place someone would want to stop and wait.
Big flat.
This tree is well positioned to
She could have slid down
see
that.
down the trail or up the trail, but it's kind of small and branches. So I'm thinking maybe that tree. Maybe she went over here and sat
Yeah,
down.
but again, if you slid down this, why'd they not find you?
I'll wait for you
Yeah, I
guys.
mean, that's like you
You're
tie
sitting
off
at
to a
this
tree and
Again, you can
somebody rappels down
easily
slightly.
see people coming down the hill. There's the hill. They would be coming down, and you can also see.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Well, certainly here, and then eventually see people coming up from the parking lot. So, what was her priority? Was she more interested in comfort?
Yeah, I think I agree.
She cared more about line of sight.
It's
Who
a
knows?
very
It's all
steep, but if you
speculation.
slid down
But
the hill,
I'm going to,
if you disappeared, you fell somewhere.
I'm going to conduct.
I mean,
an
it'd be really
experiment.
nice if he was like,
I don't know
here's
if this tree is a
the
good one for this
pin
experiment. I don't know
or the
that it matters
longitude and
that much. My
latitude of where
experiment
this
is I'm
was
gonna
at.
leave something behind, a shirt, here at the bottom of the
Oh, he's littering.
steep section, and use that as a visual cue. So as I go up the hill, I can look back and, how far can you get up the hill and still see the shirt? In other words, how far could her companions get up the hill and still see her at the bottom of the steep section, and how long would she be able to see them? And, it all depends on where she was sitting, and I'm using my own thoughts and preferences to where I would sit. So this is all,
So they went up the hill and she
Okay,
didn't. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
So he's using
brought
this.
a shirt to represent.
Wait, so she stayed
but
down.
what I-
Yeah, and they went up.
Trying to look into the viewfinder, or should I say the screen of this phone.
They lost sight of her for
And,
10 minutes.
Hopefully, as
You can see the shirt.
you also can see the shirt down at the bottom of the steep
I
section.
bet he plays Fortnite.
Okay, moving on. Okay,
Mountain lion, wolves, bears.
interesting part
Oh,
of the
my.
trail. Still on the hill. Really need to search to see the shirt.
No, it'd be
I
tough in
don't
there.
see
Yeah,
it
yeah. I
without
mean,
really.
That's obviously more than 30 feet. So one person was higher up. I mean, it's not as treacherous as I was thinking, but it's definitely
The
not.
summit, but the ridge line that leads to the summit.
I mean, you would think if she slipped and fell,
you would
see scrape marks and all the gravel.
She probably would have dropped at least one item on her person I mean, if you fell off, what are the odds that everything goes with you? You know what I mean? Water bottle, something falls out. Yeah, they would have found it. That's the crazy part. Is search and rescue and dogs should have found her in that kind of a terrain.
I'm telling you, she ran off.
That's plausible. What's another one? We got this guy. She brought up.
Yeah.
Let's see. So he was shot and killed by somebody. What is this?
Yeah, let's do the YouTube. All right, now.
That's not it.
Oh yeah, this guy. I don't recognize their names yet.
Okay, videos from 3 weeks ago.
We are going to discuss the very bizarre and mysterious murder of Carl Grillmair, the Caltech astrophysicist who was found murdered on his porch in February of 2026. And if you have been watching these videos, and I have a playlist about UAPs,
100%, yeah, but the dogs. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Appearances of aerospace researchers.
Unless,
Grillmair's death.
Well, I mean, they'd have to have something to smell for, though, too. I mean, if you're using a bloodhound, it has to have something to be like a reference scent.
Because also, Carl Grillmair's death could have been prevented. And I think you are going to be horrified once you learned what happened in December, 2 months before his red rum. So the defendant here, or the perpetrator, we have 29-year-old Freddie Snyder. And I have requested his mugshot. His booking photo was not available on any of the LA County jail websites. He's actually being housed currently at Twin Towers, which is actually where Nick Reiner is.
Whatever happened to the
December?
iAstra 3? Did it already pass?
AI Atlas?
Yeah.
Yeah, it passed.
And everybody's fine, except for this now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Maybe they beamed him up when they were going past the sun.
I mean, that was like right at the end of December when that was happening.
Really, I thought it was later than that.
Like it was on the New Year's Day. It would have been on the back side of the sun, closest to his point in us was New Year's.
Okay, all right.
20th, 2025. Snyder, who reportedly lives a couple of miles away
what's up, Grogu?
from Grillmair, was seen on his property carrying a loaded, and now we know it was an unregistered rifle. So Carl Grillmair.
Okay, hold on. So the guy that the assailant is no mugshot, no unregistered rifle, and he just capped this guy on his porch.
Police and reported this guy trespassing.
Interesting.
So police come. They pick him
But I mean,
up,
what is a registered rifle?
On a
You
murder
can't have a
charge.
registered
There's no. I mean, unless you're in a communist
and also,
state,
again, his gun is unregistered,
like Virginia.
and this is a felony. And I
It's not a felony.
Booking record of this. It's a felony charge, but he was released.
Well, I don't know. It is
back
California.
Out onto the street.
It is California.
On his own recognizance, and it looks like a judge released him suddenly because of something called the Penal Code 1385 in California. It's often referred to as the PC 1385, and it's a code ultimately decided by a judge, which basically said, okay, well, this guy doesn't really have any priors. The court is going to look beyond technical rules and circumstances and focus on, quote unquote, what's fair. So apparently
says Penal Code 1385 authorizes judges to dismiss criminal charges or sentencing enhancements in the furtherance of justice. It allows courts to prevent unfair trials, to avoid unnecessary prosecution, and strike enhancements.
It's like we're too busy stealing your money to actually pay judges to do their job.
It's the judge's ability to dismiss a case.
Like, I'm not a big fan of corporate jails, but I think we should bring back mental institutions.
The judge is just like, yep, no problem. He doesn't have any priors.
Okay.
We're going to release. We want this guy free. So he is released on his own recognizance. And then on February 16th, 2026, he reportedly shot and killed Carl Grillmair on his property. And now, as I mentioned, he is being held on, I think it's $3 million bail. And also, he tried to steal his mother's car after shooting and know Carl and know where he lived in order to carry something like this out.
Where
here is another
all right,
photo
so
of this.
Hold on.
Yeah, I do agree.
What's that?
No, with the mental institutions. It's like for real, like, well, so this is I don't want to say hot take, but I'll say hot take. So what if it got passed, if somebody has been a violent criminal and has had repeated offenses, that's whatever becomes considered excessive, and they use the insanity plea. What if the punishment was possible lobotomy? Do you think that number of people
bringing lobotomies back?
No, but do you think the number of people trying to use the insanity plea, being like, bro, you may go to jail for 20 years or we're going to scramble your brain. Which one do you want? How many people do you think would start backing off of the insanity plea? Or, not writing the head plea?
So yeah, there is no images of the guy that shot him. Is that him?
That's not a 29-year-old man. 29-year-old where?
There is no images or mugshot. What is this one? Booking photo right there, LA County Sheriff Department. Man,
we've solved it.
He
looks like a weirdo too.
Worked on galaxies and the research for water on distant planets, and was shot and killed outside of his home in a remote Southern California home. Weeks after he reported armed trespassers on his property. Trespassers that ultimately would be the one that end his life. Based on the field astronomy point, showing the torso. Was arrested in connection with the killing and being held on $3 million bills. Arraignment has been delayed to late April. Also attempted to steal a car as well. The motive for the killing remains a mystery. The case itself has raised troubling questions, particularly about what happened the 2 months earlier. They were called to his property carrying identified as loaded, unregistered. What is an unregistered hunting rifle? Do you have to register your rifles to
maybe in California.
That's so crazy.
So this is the weird thing. So
not crazy to have
this is the shitty thing as far as law goes, and this is what is killing us with all of this stuff.
Permit, yeah.
And I would bet the thing too, like people get background checked to purchase firearm. That is in a database. The ATF technically is not allowed to use that database,
right?
to register the firearms. But then some of the states are like, no, you need to register your firearm. But the state, I don't know. Okay, I just find it funny.
He claimed the guy lived a few miles away. Claimed he was going to the post office and weapons to ward off animals.
He sounds fabulous.
Well, I like how people. Snyder is an.
I bet they didn't have an HOA.
How quickly people jump to shit is. Where is this at? Snyder is a. Why is it clicking on that? I'm not trying to click on that. Asenai as Jewish surname. So they're claiming he was shot by a Jewish person.
Space lasers. Comment on April 4th. Oh, you talking about it's not the Perseoids. What's the other one?
So the guy lived, Blaze, if the guy lived a few miles away and said he was carrying the weapon itself for self-defense from animals, that's a lot more plausible. Like, okay, if
he heard about Monica Reyes,
the guy lived nearby. It's different than the guy just appeared on your porch and shot you.
They lived in Los Angeles as well.
He lived a few miles down the road.
No, but they lived in Los Angeles. Llano. They saw he's been on the property more than once. He was just back on the property in December.
Doesn't think his death is connected to any noted scientist. That's per the guy's wife. Anyone maps blew up in the sun? Let's see. Detector type methods researching galaxy collisions in the presence of water and planets. So, I mean, this guy, again, that's two of them that aren't like a definitive smoking gun. There is questions, but this one's a little bit different because the guy lived nearby. He had an altercation with him a few months earlier and then was back on his property. He's like, probably like one of those, what'd I tell you I'd do if I saw you back? And they get into an argument and you shot him. Plausible.
Possibly.
Yeah. I mean, the girl was like, "No mugshot has been released." I'm like, "Hey, I found a mugshot in 2 seconds."
Well, that was April 2nd. When was? Excuse me, her video.
March 30th. Okay, so yeah, it was before his mugshot came out.
Excuse me.
Yep. Goodness. Where is the back to this list here? That's 2 off the list at least.
Well, I mean, possible. In the box, I mean, okay. Possible out of the box cats.
Possibly out of the box.
To be honest,
cats.
Though, wouldn't you say they're still in the box though? Because like you can't rule anything out.
So
not yet.
They do. They do not. They do not set up a good story. You're not wrong.
You know,
I could call my sister. My sister's retired FBI. Let me give her a ring.
I went to the FBI back when they used to let people in the original headquarters, and that was pretty interesting. That was a long time ago, like in the 90s, early 90s.
Let's see, where was that one at? Let's try this one. The dude in the Tesla is a weird one, though.
Yeah, I mean, I think any of the people that are end up getting shot.
We're not the only ones searching up all these names.
Hey, where's the chart thing you can look up and see where stuff is getting searched from?
Was it the
Google search tracker? Is that what it is? Okay, what is that, Blaze? Because you have destructive devices, which are things like grenade launchers. But it has to fire a single shot.
All right, so this is probably, of everyone on this list, this is the youngest one. Everybody else on this list, space laser is another name for DEWs. DEW.
What?
What's a DEW?
Where?
Here.
I don't know.
Hey, don't laugh.
Thanks, Google.
It still didn't do. I don't know. What is DW? Y'all catch me up quickly, John.
All right. Yeah.
Tesla avoids wrecks. So no, there's been multiple occasions, and they try not to make them too public. But was it self-driving? Was it not self-driving? Was he driving? His body. Well,
that's just the thing. That's just the thing.
That's this other guy. I'm going to get to next. This is the youngest one so far.
Well, this is the kicker.
So this is saying she sighted an energy weapon. Is that what the DEW is? An energy weapon? Directed energy weapon. Yeah. Okay. I'm tracking now, Jonathan. I'm tracking.
Like what? Like I mean, are you talking about something like what's the fucking acoustic thing?
The audio one. I can't remember the name of it.
I know, I'm blanking on it.
My brain's not in my most advanced mode. Okay, she definitely did not plan to do this before she died. Let's see. So this says.
Well, she was the one that was talking about having her hands burned, like her hands were all red or something like that. But I mean, not to be like overly critical, but man, like people have psychosomatic responses to stuff, and people do stress out, and it will cause physiological effects. So
according to her father, he doesn't think there is more to his other deaths. He says scientists die just like other people. The fact that her parents may feel that she did do it herself doesn't mean one thing or the other. So her parents believe it happened the way it was said, which is telling of a parent. I feel like,
but she got, but they don't say that it seems like from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Do they?
She claims she was being physically and psychologically attacked and provided pictures of her discolored hands. She also told not to believe any reports that she'd unalive herself if she turned up dead. Died June 11, 2022 in Huntsville, Alabama. Her death was ruled from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Manifesto or suicide note?
You ever seen that movie Shooter with Mark Wahlberg where they got that device they strap on your shoulder and then you pull
and it makes him pull your gun up to your head.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite movies, to be honest.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Especially when he's like, I have filed down the firing pins.
She got sighted, exactly.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. So this is the other thing I was going to say about Miss Reyes. Reyes?
Yes. I think it was Reyes.
For the longest time for hitmen, the ideal way to get rid of somebody was to push them off of something high. Because the body falls, you have blunt force damage through the entire body. It's very tough to tell what happens at that point. So you could have stabbed them, or you could have broke their neck, and then you just push them out a window and let them fall.
Yeah.
And so that was for the longest time, the highest, or easiest way to be a hitman or somebody of that nature.
Well, if my ex and I ever go hiking and one of us comes back, you know what happened?
I doubt that's happened.
Let's see here.
I should drown you next to a dinosaur foot.
She would be, yeah.
Why is this a radiated body down here? These dinosaur feet.
Oh. So I like this, how this article here is trying to say that her same thing. Her father denies that her death is suspicious at all. I feel like a parent would know more. Depending on the parent, I'm going to give myself a thing for that.
No offense. If you got a nerdy girl that's wanting to be like super scientist, I don't necessarily think she's probably talking to her parents all the time about her feelings or how she's emotionally handling
I can't speculate. There's no, there's no way to
I'm
determine.
going off of general, sort of.
Okay, so that's that one.
She's not like, Dad, everything's terrible at work.
Her and the Dr. Ning Li that was hit by the car.
Ning Li?
Ning Li.
Oh, Ning Li, sorry.
Both of them were working on the same project, apparently. The two shared a lineage breakthrough on propulsion research centered in Huntsville's NASA's Marshall Redstone Arsenal. But no evidence shows direct collaboration. But still, they worked in the same area. Reza is the one that
all right.
Okay. LeBlanc is the next one I wanted to look up. LeBlanc is a weird one. It's a weird one.
LRAD. That's it. LRAD.
LRAD
is the audio, sonic one. Yeah, sorry.
The sonic weapon. Okay.
But I mean, what about microwaves?
This is the most recent. He is actually the youngest, and this is the most recent. She was not, actually. So this is not a 60-year-old person or 70-year-old JPL scientist. This is someone recent. And again, from the reports of the vehicle data, he was at a airport 4 hours, 12 minutes from his house. He was sitting at an airport. Then the vehicle left, crashed, and burned the body beyond recognition.
Some batteries, man.
On the outside, it does look questionable.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Same as the PPS. It sounds really.
I mean, it's like Elon's like, man, he figured out how we did the new Falcon 9 rockets. We gotta get rid of him. Otherwise, NASA's gonna get all their money back from the government.
That's not him. It's a different guy. Okay, there's not many articles
about
him.
It's not Elon.
No, there was an article about another guy from the bunker. And I'll say this, even though we're finding some of the
Why
links,
does this one have all the pictures and the other one didn't have all the people's pictures?
What I'm finding is, even though we're finding like there's not a whole lot of links and everything we're showing is like they're just scientists, they'd never worked on, like every news article is lumping all of them together.
Well,
almost purposely.
For one,
I just want to point that out. Every news article is lumping them in purposely together.
If anybody wants to do deep dive research and find like other articles, which I doubt you'll find, yeah, we'd love to know more information about all these people, but
also in Alabama, fiery crash July 2025. So this was a year ago.
Was it on the 4th? No, 22nd.
22nd of July. The other guy died on the 4th of July. Right? There was another scientist.
I can't remember.
I don't know if it was 2025.
Why are they letting? So is
2024?
Is Bob Lazar the biggest psyop going on right now with all the rocket stuff? I mean, because that's kind of where you get.
Okay, so this guy was a year prior to this other guy. Let me go back to here. It's been nice talking. Hey, you too, Amanda. Appreciate you. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes,
don't forget to subscribe and then like and do all that stuff. It helps the channel, new channels grow. We appreciate it very much so. And thank you for your wonderful and very interesting conversation. We're an absolute pleasure to have you.
Oh, yes.
Okay, let me pull this one, make this a little bigger here. So this was last year. His family reported him missing the next morning.
That just kills me that, like, you have a Tesla and I don't know, it just kills me.
The time they feared he'd been abducted, and he lets his phone and his wallet at home. So, no, okay, so we have another person that didn't bring their phone or wallet. Did the lady that was
take their phone or wallet?
Did the lady that was hiking not have her cell phone on her?
I mean, probably not, because it'd be easy.
Who doesn't bring their cell phone hiking to take pictures?
Very true. Very true. Like, out of anything, like at least pictures, right?
At least pictures. At the very least, if you're going to snap some photos.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be like, oh, we're not going to have cell reception here, but, you know, I can get photos of the hike today.
Yeah, at least photos. What was it? Monica, what was it?
Monica Reyes.
No, it was, what was it? Reza.
Sentinel. Okay, so
it says they have cell phone forensics.
But they haven't found her, right?
No.
So then she didn't take her phone.
They said they have the geodata.
But it was scroll. Did it say geodata?
Cell phone forensics.
Cell phone forensics. So that means they looked at it, not geodata. Like, they're not looking off his cell phone pings, or at least the way they worded it. Okay, so they checked with FLIR. So even if she died, you know, and her body was cooling, like, it would still be hotter.
Okay, that's interesting.
All right, scroll down. Let's scroll down a little bit.
Can a phone link to a Tesla? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. That's how, I mean, most of them either have a card.
So in this one up here, this guy up here that we're talking about, they're trying to get the data from his Tesla Sentry mode released from Tesla so they can see the camera footage of what happened the 4 hours prior to the accident. Now that raises a big question whether or not Tesla releases the footage and why, and does that make everyone's Tesla Sentry Mode footage available to the public?
No, it's got to be a warrant.
Yeah.
But if the person's dead and it's suspected in their case, why would there need to be a warrant to go to the manufacturer to get it? That's what kills me as far as like the BS with, the legal system. Because the person is assumed to be dead or missing for that amount of time.
So as far as the lady that was hiking, this is a unsubstantiated website, March 23rd, 2026. The Sentinel Network basically was saying that LA confirmed they ran cell phone forensics through FLIR. And
no, they used FLIR to
sweeps found nothing. Sent dogs that tracked a beanie and stopped dead after the beanie. The
Find a Grave Memorial Group.
They listed a death date for her, and a burial death site for a woman that's body is never recovered.
I mean, that's a good question.
And this says
you can't have scavengers. There are mountain lions there.
Yeah.
But I would think that if her friends were that close and able to, be like, where the F is she? Why ain't she coming up the hill yet?
Yeah.
And then they go down to look and they see some scuff marks. They see a direction she go down the hill. It's kind of easy from there, right?
I mean, dude, we need Indian trackers busted out here. I mean, footprints,
That's what I'm getting. I mean, a mountain lion's not jumping over in 30 seconds and grabbing a body and dragging it.
If she slid down a hill and you can't find her with dogs, if there's no remains, not even a tear of a t-shirt, if you fell, you're going to have some kind of,
She ran uphill, I'm telling you. She ran away.
She's 60. She ain't running uphill nowhere.
Dude, she don't even have to do that. All she got to do is wait 15 minutes and walk back down the trail the other way. And her friends would instinctively think.
You're saying the most logical explanation for her disappearance is she wanted to disappear and
if no body's been found
when hiking with her friends, let them get some distance and she dipped.
Yes, she had no. If we're reading that correctly, what was just posted, that they did cell phone forensics, then that means that they had her cell phone. So if she was communicating with somebody saying she was about to dip, or I'm not feeling good, or she's been looking up how to kill myself on a trail, or fucking insurance fraud, or whatever it is. If they were in that sort of vicinity, and she's like, "This is a great spot. I can run back this way on the trail. It dips and ducks for It has enough turns and enough foliage that they're not going to find me this way. They're going to assume I fell down the hill.
Yeah.
And they're going to look that way for the next couple hours. She could be gone. I mean, like the Amanda said earlier, she knows 65-year-old people that do Iron Man.
Yep. Yep. So this is basically saying here, I'll show you the article I'm reading here. This is about her stuff here.
I mean, if phone even existed, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. So what are they saying? Did she have her phone with her or did she not?
So this is saying basically, they say the behavioral patterns around subject A, the funding chain connecting raises Mandalay patent to General Caslin's AFRL budget. We missed something, or rather we didn't document what was there and what wasn't. In 9 months of press releases, news coverage, investigations, civilian search coordination, and multi-agency operations that acting Captain Vienna described as leaving nearly no available resource untapped, nobody publicly addressed the most basic forensic question in a modern missing person. What happened to Monica's cell phone? That's the reason I asked. Where is the phone? So they're saying there's no talk about her phone or anything, and it was not public.
So that means they either don't have the phone,
which means where's the last ping location? What's the last tower it pinged off of? There's no way she didn't have it with her.
Well, like I said, you can get into the mountains, and you can get to where there's no cell service. And if they didn't find her, and if she did have her cell phone on her, she could be at the bottom of gully or a ravine, whatever. I don't see any ravines.
I didn't see anything publicly posted about any medical condition she might have had, but
that's just it. Even if your phone doesn't have cell phone service, you still have GPS service. Like GPS can still ping down to your phone. Now, granted, they're probably not going to spend the money to track it down like that, but
okay. So here's a good question. When the people that were with her realized she was no longer behind them on the ridge, what did he do with his phone? He had a cell phone and used extensively after the disappearance, private Zoom meetings with civilian researchers, phone calls with a format video. He's not a person with voice telecommunications. Yeah, when someone would disappear, you'd instantly call them. You pull out your phone, you dial their number, you listen for a ringing in the rock somewhere. If it goes straight to voicemail, you know the phone is off. Each outcome tells you something different specific. All the subject of A's document communications, there is no record of him describing any attempt to call her phone after the separation. No insert to voicemail. No, her phone rang. No, I couldn't get a signal. He was not told that whether he tried to call her or the woman just vanished. So basically saying,
yeah, I mean, like, there's a lot of questions there.
Then someone asked about the phone. Posted the disappearance of his device. The post and its aftermath were documented on Reddit. Someone in a Facebook comment pointed out the finger the hiker
and pulled the battery out. Yeah, what does she have, a phone from the fucking 90s?
I mean, can you even pull the phone battery out of any phone nowadays?
Not unless you break it. You can break it. It's just destroyed.
Yeah.
And if it's not connecting, I mean, it doesn't even matter. If there's no cell reception, it's going to immediately go to a voicemail. So if she's in the mountains and
documented. Device tampering.
Oh, okay. So they have a tower?
Yeah, they have a tower on the ridge.
Well, so no, okay, it's down and below. It's down below.
But there's so is this her location? Direct radio line of sight established. Target vector, Los Angeles basin. So yeah, there are cell phone nodes down, cell nodes down below.
They use that graphic the wrong way.
I agree. It says the same morning she was vanished, someone in the general area called 911 to report a woman screaming. Transmit a voice signal to emergency dispatch from the operational theater of disappearance. The approximate event, the emergency calls utilize an available carrier tower, regardless of the caller's subscribed provider. If a bystander would place a successful voice call from that area that morning, the highway corridor was not dead. There's not a dead zone. So there is an emergency tower up there that connects to anybody that you can call 911 through. Yeah, that's a good question. Where's her phone? Why did they call her? Did it ping her phone? These are all things that aren't in any of the evidence. It's from March. That's several weeks ago.
Yeah. Man, we'll give it a little bit of time. I mean, like you said, like it's been a couple of weeks. They could find her.
This
possibly.
Is something out. Yeah. The main thing I'm going to ask on that question from here on out is where is her cell phone? Where's the cell phone? So this guy, they keep going. Every single story about everyone goes back to everyone else.
You would think if she died, unless she destroyed her phone, if she passed away and they've already gone back to her house and searched her house, they would have probably found her phone or tried to call it.
Yes, definitely. I mean, they would have had some sort of.
And even then, so she could have very well had her phone with her, and it got damaged in a fall.
I would say that, yeah, but I mean, like, they didn't find her. So, like, to me, it's like if you have a last point, a ping reference. If they called her phone now and you call it right now, like the day after, a week after, I'm sure how many people probably called her phone the day of to see if she would answer.
Obviously, apparently from the Sentinel's
it's not
report,
a bad question to bring up that no one's talking about that. That's not a bad question that website brought up. Was the phone charged? I imagine if you're going on a several hour hike, you're gonna have your phone on you, and you're gonna have.
I mean,
charged.
really, if that is a sort of rocket scientist that we have working for us, then fuck us. Everything is fake.
You're talking about
everything is fake from
some of the most
Apollo
intelligent people on the planet, like people that work for actual rocket scientists here.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go out on my hike with my phone at 5% charge. I'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave my phone in the car.
Yeah, no, I mean that's a silly thought.
Yeah.
Like, I do not. I'm not a phone person, to be honest. I think the idea of a modern phone has allowed people to think that they're allowed to every bit of your time, no matter like the time of day. So you get texts at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. It's like, bro, 30 years ago, people wouldn't do that shit. Everybody would be at home chilling.
I text you at 4 a.m. sometimes, or 3 a.m. when I'm up, because I know you'll see it when you wake up.
Sometimes I'm awake. I'm usually taking a piss. I'm old. So.
Yeah, some phones do die faster than others, including mine, which I have to charge three times a day.
Because they're really spying on you.
Okay, so he worked at JPL as well. I'm sorry, not JPL. He worked in Alabama on nuclear propulsion projects.
Nuclear propulsion.
His body was burned beyond recognition, and police confirmed his identity 3 days after his body was transported to the forensic science department.
It's like the dude that did the shooting in Vegas, where his Tesla caught fire.
So
and they couldn't check his body because it was too burnt up, right?
Which one?
The guy that went to Vegas in his Tesla Cybertruck, and then he was in the Cybertruck.
Okay.
He was like a Army, or I forget what sort of veteran, but he was a veteran. And then the truck blew up in front of the casino. I forget which.
Oh yeah. He tried to in the bombing and the boom boom.
Yeah, I guess
that was in New York. I thought.
No, it was in Vegas. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, last year.
Okay. Yeah, I do kind of remember that.
But now we have psychedelics for veterans so they don't suffer from PTSD, which I'm not against. Like, I think
not at all.
Like, by any means.
Anything that helps. Trump Tower in Vegas. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Connor.
Oh, yes, it was Trump Tower.
That's what made me think it was New York. It was the Trump Tower in Vegas. That's right. And, and then, because it was a Cybertruck, all the explosion was held mostly inward. So it says here, which I was just reading, they tracked down using the data from his Tesla Sentry mode and found the vehicle sat at the airport in Huntsville for 4 hours in the morning of his death. His family said his trip was west, not part of his plan for the day, and clearly uncharacteristic, and he was not in communication with them. This is a very vague report, because if you find the dude with the firecrackers, yeah, exactly. So if they have if they have the information released from his Sentry mode in order to track him down, how do you not have enough information to know what happened? How's that?
I mean, that's just
and this article just jumps straight into
it's
people
another
can't
Tesla.
write fucking news anymore.
Oh, bro,
it just jumps straight into everybody else. Who is that from?
Fox.
It was Fox. Okay, well, I mean, fucking.
Yeah, but who else you can get? Nobody else is writing about it.
That's literally the only 3 articles that came up. Where was it? Huntsville, Alabama? Okay. Originally from New Iberia.
Where is that? Is that in Louisiana? Is it in Alabama? Louisiana. All right. So he's from.
Okay. So he's originally from Louisiana.
Is he really?
Graduated from Catholic High and later earned his degree from Louisiana Lafayette, where he worked on NASA's Marshall Space Flight Center. Authorities in Alabama tracked his blue Tesla 3 using vehicle data. It sat at the airport for 4 hours.
He picked somebody up and somebody killed him.
For traveling along rural back roads. Vehicle was discovered in Florence, Alabama, crashed and destroyed. A body was inside, but according to family members, it was burned beyond recognition. He didn't bring his phone or wallet.
Maybe another.
Now they fear he may have been abducted from his home. So the family is urging to release.
That dude don't look like he's from Louisiana.
They want the Sentry Mode video cameras released, but they only have the vehicle telemetry data. What the crap, dude?
Oh, that's just it. Like if the dude's presumed dead, or if there's a malfeasance assumed in the disappearance of him, why wouldn't they just immediately release it?
Well, I mean, like you said, you need a warrant or something like that. You have to have a legal reason to go through and grab. And if they're going to grab all of the Sentry footage from his camera.
Well, it becomes a privacy thing. It's like we got back to Flock.
How far back do you go? Are there cameras inside a Tesla that see the driver as well? There are. So you'd be able to see who is driving, what happened, all that is on camera somewhere.
I don't think there's that much inside. There's one inside.
It knows when your eyes are looking at the road or not. There's 100% one inside.
How?
Looking right at your face.
Cameras in Tesla Model S.
Model 3.
I'll do either. The S is better than 3. Yes.
The Model 3 is a cabin camera, lifts it above the rear view mirror that looks at the driver's face for autopilot and for self-driving features for an inattentive and awareness drivers to make sure you're looking at the road and not your phone. It looks
they'd use tactile through the.
It looks at where your eyes are looking.
So that seems like a pretty open and shut case about finding the data, right?
It means it's got to be the data from the camera does not leave the vehicle unless data sharing is enabled.
Well, then that means it's got to be on the memory of the vehicle.
It has to be. Either way, it's on the memory of the vehicle, and regardless of whether it was like uploaded to a cloud, it's on the vehicle.
Yeah.
So that basically has a black box on this Tesla, and you could see his.
But
last
if it
moments.
got burnt.
Well, I'll tell you, it's
like pushing the dude out of the window. It's like pushing the dude out of the window. If the car gets burnt, then there's no evidence, right?
I feel like you're gonna have this pop up here quickly of whether or not he was driving, somebody carjacked him. He's at the airport bar just having a drink, and someone takes off with his car.
Airport bar. When was the last time you were able to get to a bar without having a ticket and going through security?
You can.
No, you can't.
You can go to a bar.
You're full of shit. There's no airport bar you can go to without going through security. It said he was
traveling. How he didn't just go change his travel itinerary and went to go somewhere else?
Oh, so he went into the airport and then went out back through security?
I mean that's. I mean, I guess
it said he was traveling.
Is right here. It says his parents said. Airport 12 minutes for me. Family members' last communication. He reported missing earlier this week, or he failed to show up for work.
The last communication, it was 4:32 in the morning.
Okay, maybe he wasn't traveling. Where did the other article said he was traveling?
No, he was traveling along rural back roads. The rural juror.
Oh, okay, maybe that's what I read. That's maybe what I read. So
I mean, you can't go to an airport and go into a bar without going through security. You have to go through security.
No, because there's one.
No, there's not.
Love Field. You can't.
No,
where you wait outside the gate.
Maybe Love Field.
There's a bar. There is 100%.
Like, you're getting ready to go on
There's
Southwest.
100%. Because the last time I went to
hop in this bar first before you go through security.
Pick up my brother for Thanksgiving. There's a bar, and then they come out the gates. You can't go past. There's an area you can go into that doesn't require you to have a ticket.
You're full of shit. There's no bar in Love Field.
100%.
Outside.
Yes, go look it up. I'll look it up.
I'll look it up. All right, look up bar outside of security at Love Field. No, outside of security. Bar outside of security at Love Field. No. You're typing too many words. You're typing too many words.
Located between security at Dallas Love Field, where you can wait for passengers.
What is
the
it called?
Fly Bar.
The Fly Bar?
Yep.
The Fly Bar.
You walk in the doors before you go up the stairs where people come out of. Where the
like
security
I said, they're like, you're getting ready to fly Southwest, so you may as well get drunk before you get into the bar.
Because the last time I went to Love Field, I went and sat at that bar and drank before I got on my plane because I didn't want to go. I don't fly without a couple of drinks. I don't like. It's much more fun that way.
Get them on the plane or take one on the plane.
It's too expensive on the plane.
You talk nice to this stewardess.
Well, that's at least, there's 100% a bar at Love Field you can go drink at without going on a plane. 100%.
That's new to me.
Yeah. So this guy just happened so recently. This happened today. 10 hours ago. So there's probably, this is July 22nd, 2025. So why is there not more information yet on it if it was last year?
Because they're just digging up shit. Like I said, it's the Smith-Month Act.
You think what I don't like is every time I look up one of these people, every single fucking news article, it just links every single death to all the other ones with no substantial evidence.
No, I mean that's what you want. It's the Smith-Month Act. It's a circle.
Yeah.
Put you in a circle looking for shit, and then you can't find anything because they all just lead back to each other. It's like asking, what is a woman? And somebody saying it's a woman.
Yeah.
Or what is a dog? And they're saying, what is a dog? Or what is a cat? What is a cat? What's a cat?
What?
It's like you're trying to describe something with itself.
News?
No, the Smith Month. Like going into this sort of stuff.
Oh. Not radioactive. He was working on where is he? Can you switch for me, please? What the fuck?
Yep.
There it goes. That's weird. He was a nuclear engineer. He was working on nuclear propulsion systems.
Yeah, it's like shooting out an atom bomb and then exploding it. And
I guess yes, Blaze. I'm sorry, Blaze. He was working on something radioactive. Yes, he was. 100%.
Well, I mean, like the nuclear propulsion thing is like literally they shoot out a little nuclear bomb, more or less, and then it explodes and it pushes the craft forward.
Man.
Unless it's ionized. It could be ionized, but I don't know about that.
I don't either. That's an interesting topic. So, is there a chance he was exposed? I mean,
exposed for what though?
Exposure to radioactive. I don't think it would have you go to an airport for 4 hours and then go purposely crash your Tesla and burn yourself. So these two are the most recent. I guess when was this one from? I can't remember.
He probably realized he was working on something fake.
That's what I was thinking. Is all these people are working on something they have to cover up that everything they were doing was not even valid. So they're just getting rid of all the people involved. Having a ancient aliens, guy on there doesn't help the cause of the rest of them being NASA scientists.
I've watched Ancient Aliens though. Like,
yeah,
I can say I've watched that.
It's all speculative. You know what I mean? It's all just what can be. It's like it's a big maybe. A lot of it's a big nothing burger. It's all speculation. And then the evidence you can find to prove, and then another scientist comes out and refutes it like a week later. Like they just don't agree on the shit.
Well, it seems like they all kind of agree with this though.
Who?
Like all these scientists, they were all working on propulsion or metallurgy, things of that nature.
With the idea that besides like two of them, they never even worked on the same projects together. Like one of them had worked on, two of them were working on anti-gravity at Alabama. The rest of them had no ties to each other. Yes, they all worked on propulsion, but they have no ties to each other.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you compartmentalize everything like that.
What is this here? See,
that way you don't get like.
She keeps showing her hand, saying she was, a direct energy weapon burn, a month before her death. I want to listen to her talk actually.
Because this computer doesn't have a Wi-Fi card, you can't hack it. My hands have been burned to hell and back as I've been typing.
If it's attached to the internet, you can still be hacked. Oh, girl, your house is
okay, so she's basically saying my hands have been burned to death or burned
from my laptop
while I've been typing in my house, and she's saying that basically she's being attacked by a direct energy weapon while she's at home working.
My hands have been burned to hell and back as I've been typing. Because you can beam me,
bro. No, stop. Scroll back to the Tito's vodka bottle in front of the computer.
There and through. My hands have been
pause
burned.
It. All right, just about.
As I've been typing.
Pause it.
That is a Tito's airplane bottle right there. Did we find the culprit?
I'm flushed because of the alcohol.
This doesn't have a Wi-Fi card. It can't be hacked, right? Like, That's not an accurate statement.
Yeah, no. It's like, lady, you don't understand shit. Then.
Through there, and you can get a 3D image of what I'm typing. Because this computer doesn't have a Wi-Fi card, you can't hack it, but you can maybe get a 3D image of me typing. So like we just did that, and did that.
Okay, she's taping up her doors and blocking them out. This might be like mental health issues.
I don't see how you're gonna get the radiation out of your keyboard.
I feel better immediately. Like my hands.
There's a bottle of wine too.
Still burn because of damage. My hands still burn.
And she had a big ass blanket over.
But it's like my body relaxed when we barricaded the shit.
All right, so I'm going to give her a little bit of grace with this. If she has been under some sort of constant, radio attack or something like that, maybe. But she seems a little wackadoodle.
Yeah, that's what I was leaning towards.
Like she ran her hands under the hot water for a couple of minutes because it looks like they're ending it at the cuffs.
Yeah, you can definitely see. Basically, she's claiming that she was under attack by a direct energy weapon in her house that was keylogging what she was typing because her computer doesn't have a Wi-Fi card, so it can't be hacked. And then as soon as she blocked off the doors from visible line of sight, that she instantly felt better. I gotta say, I mean, it doesn't help the cause that all of these people are dropping off the table, but I can't for sure say it's like there's not like a smoking gun of it all being linked together.
I'm telling you, they're all going to be like, we're going to find out the world's flat, and Will's going to be so sad.
The collide card, his card collided with a guardrail before slamming into trees, then burst into flames. Uncharacteristic to communicate with them. I mean, I don't. You have no idea, I'm telling you, if his airport was like Love Field, he could probably went to the airport, had a couple drinks, and then put his Tesla into autopilot mode, and then just faded off.
Said destination tree.
Take me to the forest. She absolutely could have scalded her own hands with either hot water or cleaning the toilet with bleach or something. Sorry.
Oh, looking at the rest of her house from the video, I don't think she was cleaning a toilet. No offense.
I want to follow this. I'll be interested to see if more people start dropping off the map. UFO researcher. I mean, I feel like everyone's just tying together. What was the last thing I'm trying to remember that people were putting together that just didn't correlate and then never panned out on this scale? And the news just exacerbating it. These damn aliens. Now it's 12 dead or missing.
Well, you don't have. It just depends
on
what
is it a slow news week or something?
The sad thing is what is it? Burchett, Senator Burchett.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Yeah, talking about there's aliens. I've seen it in a skiff. They talked to us about these aliens, and I know we've seen them.
Yeah,
but we can't say nothing because of the skiff. It's like, bro, your job is for the people.
But what are they going to do? The first person
if you were a person and you knew you're like, I went into a skiff and I recorded this shit in this. Well, I mean, I guess you couldn't because they wouldn't let you do that in a skiff.
Yeah, absolutely not.
But I just couldn't understand. It would be a riot. It would be a riot. They couldn't do shit to you. The world would explode, especially the U.S.
Here's the other thing I keep seeing. It says 11, 12 scientists dead or disappeared. And the first chick we looked up was hit by a car in 2014 and then died 7 years later from a heart attack. That's not, and she was 79 years old. That's not part of people that are missing or disappeared.
She was old.
She was 70. 4 or 5 of the people were in their 70s or 60s.
Well, they're trying to maybe prove that,
aliens. I just want to hear her talk again to see if she's her mental health.
Cover up. We didn't go to the moon.
Discovered 4 other times. He said it has been suppressed every single fucking time. And he said, I don't think they're going to suppress it this time. He said, I think you're in the clear. He said, they obviously know about you because I've had multiple.
I'm getting the vibe. Anybody who knows me would go she has the mannerisms and characteristics of a girl I probably dated, which means she's probably fucking batshit.
Both protective and
dead in a dinosaur laden river.
Agency affiliations, whatever. He was like, if you haven't had a U.S. government agent come to you and say, stop, shut the fuck up. Stop, shut the fuck up.
Damn,
if that hasn't happened, they're going to let you do it. They're waiting. There are SSP motherfuckers that are fucking twiddling their thumbs. Is Amy not going to publish soon? Gah. We've been influencing this bitch forever.
I'm tracking Connor.
We want her to publish. Jesus. There's multiple people doing that right now. And on the other side of the fence, there's I'm
actually having PTSD right now. This is how I feel like I'm talked at after I've been dating a girl for a month. She's like, so what are we? So what are we? What do I mean to you? And that's kind of how that feels. It's kind of I kind of feel attacked right now.
Multiple parties looking at each other
I got 15.
Didn't we tell this bitch 3 years ago that we kill people for this? Is she not listening?
Yeah.
What is she doing? She's still doing it? What? We told her we were going to kill her 3 years ago. So I have these two two different scenarios floating.
Bro, I'm tracking the vibe, bro.
Where I have people being like, do it, do it, do it. You're the one, do it. And then I have multiple people being like, they're going to kill you. Don't do it. They're going to kill you.
I completely agree. Somebody like this would put out a statement saying I would never unalive myself and then unalive themselves just to watch the chaos happen.
Yeah, she's like, I'm gonna watch from hell.
She's smoking. Exactly. I gotta say, we didn't even have time to deep dive into each one of them or all of them individually, but just the few that we did, there's a lot of holes in the idea that these scientists are systematically being, erased
Rubbed
from the
out.
planet.
Yeah.
Rubbed out, snuffed. I'm not seeing, gosh, man. I mean, there's just each one has their situations where it's very probable.
Now, is she missing, or was she the one that was shot?
On a self-inflicted gunshot wound. She was found in shortly after this interview. So there was
where's she at? Is she in Britain? Because why is a British intelligence officer testifying?
He
in
testified
Congress?
that her death was not a suicide. And then she, a few months before, said, if I get, I definitely didn't do it. Let me go back to the original article about her, because it said in the original one what her death was from. Where was it? This is the one whose father said,
Yeah,
He-
but there's
he-
no...
her dad doesn't feel like there's any foul play or anything like that.
But there's no, was she
Or her dad
in the
just,
house?
or her dad just knew his daughter was fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's this is that guy. Hold on, where's she at? Where's the one with her where it says that her actual? It was ruled a suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just because she says that doesn't mean that it would not have a problem with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know, without having more info on what happened.
Oh, she's talking about anti-gravity has been discovered 4 times. Each time the government suppresses it. So this is in 2022 that all this happened with her too. This isn't even recent. This is 3 years old, 3 or 4 years old. Yeah,
I don't know. That's an odd one.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yes.
Leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. Let us know what you think. Is there enough evidence with all of these missing or disappeared or deceased 11 or 12 scientists, each in their unique circumstances over the course of the last six to 8 years? Is really, I think the oldest one that we found was 6 to 8 years ago. Bless you. Is that somehow? I would say I'm gonna say I'm in the box about all this so far. I'm gonna wait and see what happens with future information. Bless you. And I also think that if it was within a year's time, a month's time, or 2 years' time, absolutely. But being over 7 to 8 years, with some of them being 79 years old,
it's a little tough.
It's a little tough, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for everyone who tuned in to Schrödinger's Cast. Absolute
thank
pleasure.
you.
If you're watching, please do subscribe, like, and share. Helps us grow. If you want us to be seen, please like and leave a comment. If you don't like it, dislike and leave a comment and tell us why. We're glad to hear from you. Every little bit helps as far as getting a little bit of that analytic action. Thank you to everyone who has joined the conversation on YouTube, X, Kick,
Hope to
Facebook,
see you next time.
and we'll see you guys next week on Schrödinger's Cast, where everything is true and untrue until it is observed. Y'all have a wonderful night. Thank you, guys.